guys, what's up? My name is Mike. Hopefully you're having a wonderful day, or Easter, or happy holidays in general, and hopefully the weather's good as well. So today we're going to be talking about the art of letting go. And you see, I call it an art because it is a skill that most people cannot master. To let go, to just let things be, to ignore it. Myself personally, I haven't mastered it. I'm not even close, and I will admit I'm really bad at it sometimes. I'm impatient. And, well, see, here's the way to attack this. How to attack the problem of not being able to let go. And this will also go into a different topic, but I think they're kind of similar in a way. That the second topic is how to not give a fuck, really. So how to not give a fuck is to just let go of everything and just stop caring. And if you stop caring, there's no more stress. See, so here's the thing about today's modern society and the world. There's too much things going on. There really is. And not only that, but we make our own problems. You see, the world doesn't hand us problems out. You know, hey, here's a bill, here's a car payment that you forgot to pay, here's, a broken leg, here's a rainy day. Those things are happening, but it's also up to our interpretation of how we're gonna look at these events. It's all about perspective, our view on things. So, sure, the world has some problematic things. However, we make them even worse by viewing them in such a way. So anyways, how to not give a fuck about things. Now, I'm not saying to completely go, screw this and not care about anything, full nihilism. Because that's probably not the best thing, because that's a little bit chaotic. We need some sense of direction in our lives. But there's some people who just care way too much. They're way too uptight. They're way too strict. You know those people. And if you don't know those people, if you can't think of somebody around you or someone you've met in the past week who's been very strict, who cares too much, it may be just you. And it may just be you. Sorry. Terrible wording there. But anyways, so some people care too much, and it really does affect them. I mean, they can't sleep. They have too much nerves. They're feeling ill. Too much stress going on. Sorry for that little cut there. And you see, not every event that goes on in the world do you have to pay attention to. See, the mind isn't like that. In nature, the mind doesn't pay attention to every single thing. It only focuses on the important things. And it may be like 10% of what you're observing out there in the world, while really most people out there are trying to, focus on everything at once, which, as you know, multitasking isn't perfect. You can't completely do everything fully 100%. So if you're focusing on this and that and tomorrow, whatever is going on, it's gonna go bad, and you don't want that to happen. So here's the thing. From the very beginning of the day, you have to realize, hey, here's what I want to focus on today. And everything else, I don't care. I just don't care about that. Hey, if it's bad weather, I don't give a fuck. If someone comes up to me and says something bad, I don't give a fuck. And this is also mixed in with the Stoic approach that from the very beginning of the day, as the Stoics would say, you just kind of prepare. This is the approach where you think about what might happen in the day and you prepare for that. So let's say, you're an impatient person and you hate driving because you always get stuck at this one corner, one intersection when there's red lights and, it's like 10 minutes, or there's traffic in the day or something like that. So what you do is you prepare from the very beginning of the day that, hey, there's going to be traffic. And when there is traffic, well, you are already prepared. You already knew that it was going to happen. So you take out your book or whatever, or you just watch the skies or listen to the radio and enjoy those 10-15 minutes that you knew were going to happen. And if there wasn't any traffic that day, great. It's not like you're going to be super excited about that, because see, the thing is, you also have to go with the approach that if something good happens, that's cool, but you're not going to care that much. You can't care about everything. Even the things that you want to focus on, you care a little bit about them, but you can't care fully, because if you care too much, let's say something doesn't go to plan, and nothing ever fully goes 100% to plan. because that's life. And if you haven't figured that out yet, then life's going to kick you in the ass. But hopefully you have, and hopefully you're prepared for this more. So things aren't going to go to plan. And basically, if things don't go to plan, that's okay. You're not going to care that much. If things don't go to plan, you're not going to go depressed and upset and angry and release all these silly emotions that really you didn't need to go through all that trouble, because you should have just known already. But if something bad happens, right? If something bad happens, you ignore it. If something good happens, you ignore it. And you're just kind of neutral the whole way. And that is kind of what not giving a fuck is. You're just neutral. You're going with life day by day, just going slowly, observing what's going on, and you don't care what's going on. I mean, sure, some things may make you happy, some things may make you sad, but you're never fully extreme. You're not extremely happy. You're not extremely sad. Whatever happiness you do have, it's from within. It's not from external objects or external things in this world. You're just going with the flow, and that's all that matters. So if you care too much, I know it may be oversimplified to just let go, but think about it. Think about what's going on in your life right now that's stressing you out. And think, next year, will you care about this issue? Will that issue still be there? Think back 5 years ago. On this very day, 5 years ago, what were your problems? What was stressing you out? Do you still care about them? Do you even remember them? See, you don't. Most likely you don't. I mean, you may not even remember one problem from 5 years ago on this very day. See, the thing is, because as time keeps passing on, we keep getting wiser, and there's more, of course, there's more problems that come in, but the more problems that do come in, we just choose to focus on the ones that actually matter. We choose on the stuff that pressures us, not stresses us, because pressure is good. It forces you to work and progress, while stress, it just causes you to go into this downward spiral into hell. So, anyways, I wish I could explain this further. However, I don't want to make this video too long, because I do apologize. Rendering daily is taking a toll on my computer. But anyways, the simpler version is to not give a fuck. And that's to let go and just stop letting these things stress you out. And think about it. Oh boy, think about it. Really? The stress factors in your life, do they really matter? Like, outside of, your little bubble, think about what you should be grateful for, because there may be other people who wouldn't consider these things problems. And think about even outside the world. Does not turning in your homework really matter? I mean, a few years from now, it's not going to matter. But what if after you're dead? What if the planet dies? What if you're thinking way deep, way into the future? Do these problems really matter? No, because you're making them up yourself. It's not the universe that's giving you these problems. It's all in here. So anyways, just let go. Let it be. Ignore it, and you'll be much happier. So, I wish you guys a wonderful night. Good night, and namaste.